2 years after the Battle of Sokovia, Thor is on a quest to find the Infinity Stones but ends up imprisoned by the fire demon Surtur in Muspelheim. Surtur reveals that Odin is no longer in Asgard and that Ragnarok is imminent. Surtur plans to unite his crown with the eternal flame in Odin's vault to fulfill the prophecy and destroy Asgard. Thor defeats Surtur, believing he has stopped Ragnarok, and returns to Asgard with Surtur's crown. However, he discovers that Loki is posing as Odin and that Heimdall is missing. Thor forces Loki to help him find their father. They locate Odin in Norway with the help of Doctor Strange. Odin, nearing death, reveals that his passing will release his firstborn, Hela, from her prison. Hela, who once led Asgard's armies with Odin, was imprisoned after becoming too ambitious. After Odin dies, Hela appears, destroys Thor's hammer Mjolnir, and forces Thor and Loki out of the Bifrost Bridge into space. Hela arrives in Asgard, kills its army and the Warriors Three, resurrects her ancient warriors and her giant wolf Fenris, and appoints Scourge as her executioner. She plans to use the Bifrost to conquer the cosmos, but Heimdall steals the sword that controls the bridge and hides with Asgard citizens in a cave. Thor crash lands on Sakaar, a garbage planet surrounded by wormholes, where he is captured by a bounty hunter named Scrapper 142 and taken to the Grandmaster to serve as a gladiator. Thor discovers that Loki has ingratiated himself with the Grandmaster. Without his hammer, Thor cannot escape, and Loki refuses to help. Thor learns from Korg, another gladiator, that Scrapper 142 is a Valkyrie. Thor is forced to fight the Grandmaster's champion, who turns out to be the Hulk. Initially excited, Thor tries to reason with Hulk, but they end up fighting fiercely. Thor attempts to recruit Hulk and Valkyrie, Scrapper 142, to help save Asgard, but neither agrees initially. Thor discovers that Hulk arrived on Sakaar via a Quinjet. Thor reaches out to Heimdall, who shows him the dire situation in Asgard. Thor manages to find the Quinjet, and a recording of Natasha Romanoff helps Hulk revert to Bruce Banner for the first time since Sokovia. The Grandmaster sends Valkyrie and Loki to retrieve Thor and Hulk, but Valkyrie decides to help Thor after Loki forces her to relive the trauma of her fellow Valkyries' deaths at Hela's hands. They take Loki captive to ensure his cooperation. Loki provides the means to steal one of the Grandmaster's ships, and they liberate the other gladiators, led by Korg and Meek, who stage a revolution. Loki attempts to betray Thor, but Thor anticipates this and leaves him behind. However, Korg and the gladiators find Loki and bring him along. Thor, Banner, and Valkyrie escape through a wormhole to Asgard. Banner turns into the Hulk to fight Fenris, while Thor and Valkyrie battle Hela's forces. Loki and the gladiators arrive to help, and the Asgardian citizens board a large ship. Scourge sacrifices himself to ensure their escape. Thor battles Hela and loses an eye. He has a vision of Odin, who reminds him that he is the god of thunder, and his power does not come from his hammer. Thor realizes that Ragnarok is the only way to stop Hela. While Hela is distracted, Loki places Surtur's crown in the eternal flame, resurrecting Surtur. Surtur destroys Asgard, seemingly killing Hela. Thor and the survivors escape on the Grandmaster's ship, and Thor, now king, decides to take his people to Earth. In a mid-credits scene, their ship is intercepted by a larger spacecraft. In a post-credits scene, the Grandmaster faces his former subjects, who are still rebelling.